Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Kent. How you doing? How you doing? Man, I hope you're doing well. I really do. Time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. This is where I look at what I'm carrying today. And the knife that I almost carried, it's the knife that almost made the EDC. And we just go through it. These are some of my favorite things. They really are. There's some of the things that I still collect for the most part. This is my tag chronograph, which I just love. Oh, by the way, it's Wednesday, January 30th, 2019. Man, January seems to be going on and on and on. And now on the east coast of the U.S., it's cold outside. But that's my tag. I always said about the tag, to me, the tag reminds me of a Chris Reeve Sabinza. I mean, it's just, for me, it's just sturdy in there. Most of the time when I say that, someone comes and tells me how crappy a tag is, but it's all opinions, and to be honest with you, I don't mind if you have a different opinion. I don't. Oh, man. Just a beautiful Partagas. You know, sometimes people ask me, and it's a great question, and they go, so where's your cigar cutter? Where's all that? I do a weird thing, and I admit it. I love good things. I love having a good life. I'm old enough, 59. I've worked a lot. But I do, what do some of the kids say? Ratchet, or my kids, ratchet things to good things. And yes, I've used someone's gold cigar clipper. I've done all that. But you know what I usually do with my cigar? To open it, I use my keychain knife. I don't mind if the tip of my cigar is ragged when I cut it off with a knife. I just don't know. I do have great cutters at home. I have some pretty named things if someone's at the apartment smoking cigars. But, yeah. Usually I dodge that question, but I'm telling you guys, I do that. I do the same thing. I like good booze. Some people go, you got this great booze, expensive booze, and you put it in a flask. Yeah. To me, it's still great booze. I love good glasses at home. But good booze, a great Cuban cigar like this Partagas, a great Cuban cigar, if it's cut with that knife, I'm cool with it. It's still a great Cuban cigar. It is. And I've got some blue scotch. I don't give commercials. I got some blue scotch here, and it's expensive, and it's going to taste great and smooth right out of that. It just happens that way. My Schoen design pen, and yes, I keep seeing the clip ones. I'm just so attached to the ones without a clip, but someday I'll get one. Someday I'll get one. You know what happens when you collect? And you guys, some of you are collectors, whether it's for knives or coins or whatever. Sometimes you just get in the mood to buy one thing or another, and sometimes you're not in the mood to buy something else. Whoops, sorry. I love watches, and especially when I was consulting. I'd get a new client, I'd buy a new watch. The last two watches I bought was the Apple One and the Apple III watch. That's my Coach wallet, thin wallet. This coin, what the U.S. Mint does a lot is they do 1 ounce coins. Let's see. They do 1 ounce coins, and they do it for causes. This coin right here is for breast awareness from 2018. This is a proof coin. See the shiny background? That's a proof coin. 1 ounce. I buy it. You know, the mint gets paid, the U.S. Mint, but also they give some of the money You know, we've done Boys Town, we've done the Boy Scouts of America, and that they can also raise money through those. But I like just collecting coins, so I used to do those heavy collecting things, coins. Now I just do them slowly when new things come, 1 coin, 2 coins at a time. Um, I love the word. You know, they're like the field notes. You know, that you see around. I love those. But this, I just found word. I wanted to find colors and get more of them because I had a limited choice, and found these on Amazon, and they work very nice. Today I decided to carry two Spyderco Precision knives. I want to feel classy today. This is the Spyderco Cricket with Precision. VG10 steel. You see that reverse S? I love my crickets, as you guys know. I have a collection of them. I just love them. I have a copy of the very first ones, the bunches that were made, the first ones, on to some of the older ones, into the newer ones. Just for this small knife to have a 50-50 choil, that's a deadly. That reverse S is unfreaking believable. They've used it on the civilian and a number of the hawkbill blades. This thing can cut you all over the place, especially when they have the bigger ones. But this is just a handy one. It looks great. It's easy to handle. It has a frame lock for something this small and this thin, see-through construction. Just a real nice knife, of course, with the hole, easy to open. I use it as a keychain knife, but you can also use it as a bill clip, a money clip. Just works great as a money clip. But with this belly, it's easy to cut off the tip of a good cigar and do all kinds of other things. Like, you know, open up a box or whatever. Precision, that's here. This is on the handle. It's a special Japanese pattern from Spyderco. The pattern is one that you can only find on these rare kimonos in Japanese. And what it is for this application, they use thin glass fibers, as thin as the human hair, and they weave them into this pattern. This is a black Precision. I also have the blue Precision as well, and black Precision on the next knife that I'm going to talk about that I carry as well. I just love it. I think it's a great carry, especially in an office situation. Nice gentleman's carry. I think this matchup is a great gentleman's carry. 1.9 inches blade from tip to the scales. 1.6 when you take away the forward choil. That's 1.6 is the edge. The total length, I told you it was VG10 steel, is 4.7 inches total and weighs in at 1.7 ounces. Just a nice, small, compact utility knife. I haven't carried my Lum Chinese folder in a very long time. I have a number of Precision knives, and they're just nice and fancy. It's smooth because it's not plexiglass, but it has a coating over that glass fiber pattern. I love the Spyderco Air. I love it by Gail Bradley because it has this, not Precision, but it has this wonderful pattern with the glass fibers, and you kind of feel it. It doesn't hurt you, but you feel the texture in it. Here you don't feel the texture, but you see how beautiful it is. But the late Bob Lum Just a wonderful custom knife maker who has worked with Spyderco on a number of knives. This is really the medium. We Spyderco recently, like in a couple of years, released the little lum, and that was the little Chinese folder. This used to be the little one. Now it's the medium, and then they have a larger version of this. I really like these. I do. VG10 steel. 3.1 inch blade, as you can see. 2.7 inches when you look at just the edge. Now the choil isn't pronounced at all like it is on the Cricut, but they leave you enough space right here to kind of choke up on it. No jimping. Just a real nice knife. This has a liner lock, has the incision on both sides. I like it on the back end, the incision, the smoothness, because it really protects your pocket when you use the pocket clip. Interesting clip. This is one of Spyderco's more interesting clips. They want to make sure that it got out of the way of the lanyard hole, and when it's lifted up with tip down, it gets out of the way of this pivot. It is only right hand, but it's tip up or tip down. Only right hand, tip up, tip down. But real nice. Just a nice gentleman's folder, I think, when you talk about the size of the Lum Chinese folder. 7 inches total, only just over 2.7 ounces. And then this is the one I played with. You know, I love my Microtechs. Most of the Microtechs, actually, let me see, except for this one, all of them are out the front automatics. So just recently this year, this is one of the recent purchases I had. It's the Microtech LUDT, which stands for L Underwater Demolition Team. It has a gray coated blade, LMAX steel. You can see that it fires out from the side, has the button right here, and man, it whips out. Aluminum handle. If you guys know the story behind the LUDT, why don't you write it in the comments? I've learned so much from the folks in the comments who know a lot more about knives than I do most of the time. LMAX steel, bead blasted, 3.4 inches for the blade. The total knife is 8 inches total. Weighs 3.6 ounces. And with that aluminum, it feels nice in the hand, I have to tell you. And boy, does it fly out. I mean, it really flies out there. Has its own little lanyard. This is only right hand, tip up. But I decided not to go with the automatic. Nice jimping on the blade as well. I decided instead to go a little classy. Yeah. I went incision all the way. You know how sometimes people are too matchy. You know, they got a pattern shirt that matches the pattern socks, that matches, you know, the hanky in the suit jacket. Well, in my carry, I'm kind of matchy today, but I really like that black incision. There you have it. That's the pocket dump deconstruction. I'm still trying to figure out about trimming. We will be trimming the collection again. I have, as you guys probably know, a lot of new Spydercos. If you want to know the new Spydercos, a trick you can do is go to the playlist, Knives of the Day. Go down to the last video I did as a sales video, as a trimming video, and then work your way up. All of those new knives. I don't know which knives I'll make available. Probably a lot of Spydercos, obviously. Some Chris Reeve knives, some browse blades. I don't know. And I don't know when. I really don't, you guys. I'll make a decision tomorrow whether it'll be this weekend. I doubt it, but it could be. If not, it'll be 2 or 3 weekends from now. I don't know, but we will be doing one trimming. I know at one point I promised December. It didn't happen in December. All of this is just based on my laziness and how cold it is outside. So we'll see, but it's coming. So don't forget to subscribe. Less than 30% of the people who watch this every day have subscribed. I've had some new subscribers. Thank you very much for doing that. Welcome to the community. But if you watch these, subscribe. It just helps me out. But turn on the notifications, because how we do trimming, it usually happens over the weekend, usually on a Saturday, usually later that day, because I'm working on it all day long to get it prepared. And it's first come, first serve. So you want to have that notification when it happens. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. And believe me, I'll let you know. I'm not leaning towards doing it this weekend, but tomorrow I'll let you know for sure. And then, obviously, I'll give you fair warning before I do it again. You guys have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Man, I'm thinking about you guys a lot. I just enjoy having a chance to talk to you. You take care, okay? Goodbye.